Hello, and welcome back to the same day in the arena. Picking up where we left off, we're at 2-0, and seeing where we can go with our Grixis mid-range in Quick Constructed. Special subscribers and patrons only video, the pay-to-play series. Those who pay to play or hooked up that Twitch Prime sub, you get videos just for you. This is going to be one of those. Probably a lot less of explaining the cards and just trying to go ham and play well. Although, of course, always a double-edged sword. I'll lead off this one. It's an interesting choice between a Braid, Bloodfast, Chart, of course, what we could play on turn 2. I anticipate aggressive decks because I'm so used to it. Arena is majority getting out there doing damage. Double tap land, though. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Gonna need a land off the top and a magma spray. That's what we're gonna need. Gonna be a tough turn if I don't draw land, as charting, of course, will be really tempting to try to hit land drops. But we do draw land. Life is beautiful. But what do we do with it? I think doomfalling my opponent is fine. Hanging on to the Abrade might be important for an Aethersphere Harvest or something like that. Already, I feel like I'm at a pretty critical decision point. Let's see what they do if I Doomfall. The 2-power creature or the 1-power artifact. It's actually a weird split. They lose 2 power either way, but they can replace it if they have another artifact. They keep Bomat Courier. All right. This is where you really want those Sweltering Suns to come rolling off the top. Yep, all red everything. And go. Do we jam the Bolas? I think I go ahead and Abrade. Chart a course and Abrade. I'll chart a course and see what else I find. Awkward. Let's drop off, though, the Champion of Wits. It's very inefficient in this matchup, and hopefully we end up getting it back later with Scarab God. So I'm going to Abrade this. The question is when. If the opponent doesn't tap out and do anything, I'll do it on my opponent's draw step. If they tap out on end step, I'll do it then. Or if they, like, cast a spell on end step, I'll do it then. Okay. Blow it up, please. And now I don't need these. Wizard's Lightning takes me to 14. Some people don't use Bloodfast in these matchups, and I think that's a pretty big mistake. Hopefully I'll get to show where it fits into these matchups. Let's just say you don't use it to draw cards very often, but the life gain comes up very important. Take out this Chandra, see if our opponent has another just waiting. It is quite possible. They do get 4 of them, by God. Oh, are they passing turn? Lucky us. All right. Double Bloodfast, not great, but let's throw Bolas at you. Mountains. Okay, we got a flooded red opponent, just the way we like them. Sorry, I'm pretty hard on red players. I've just played against so many for what seems like years and years. I'm eager for it to end. I'm eager for the Kaladesh to rotate. I'm eager for at least some different cards in the red decks. I'm just... I've been through it too much. There's a Chandra.
When people start screaming, I know I'm on track.
Don't think that will do you any good.
Today's my lucky day.
It's basically a 1-turn fog. All right. Missed that trigger. All right. You here, you here. Get Chandra dead, please.
Oh, now you're asking for it. Enough!
And I will... No, I will not. I'll get back the Champion of Wits. I guess I can do it right now. It's not like I'm holding on to anything. We just want to make sure we leave a red mana open. in case we find a Magma Spray. And a Braid, so we can also play that by playing the island. We'll drop off the other champion, and we don't need the other Bloodfast anytime soon. And this one appears to be well in hand. 8 mana, do 12 damage. Now, what card does that in the format? Oh, well, there, my friends, is a card that tries. That is a card that tries to do it. A bit too much life there, though. At least our opponent had a plan for all those lands. At least they had that going for them. Three and 0 going for that 4-0. Who's next? The Genchnovik. I just felt like that's the way the name should be said. I'm not sure. So, if you're watching this subscriber-only or Patreon-only video, thank you very much for supporting. I would love to know what you would like. Obviously, playing a deck of the patron or subscriber's choice is one thing I can do to give back. But if there are other ideas for content, I'd love your ideas. I can't promise I can take them all and run with them and make them reality, but I certainly would like to know. I would like to know what you're looking for in videos, in the pay-to-play section for content. I definitely hope you're in Discord. If you're not in the Discord, that is probably the best way to get the value, as I'm going to try to post useful things there. Create Discord channels that I'm not going to share with everybody, such as right now we did a set that's just for the Guilds of Ravnica cards that I think are going to have a high impact on Standard, as opposed to all the noise, the ones that people get excited about that never do anything. If you're curious, if you're very curious about that, I made a channel for it. I'm not sure if I want these lands or not. I'm trying to wait one more turn on this chart, of course. And I don't want Sweltering Suns right now. So I'm just posturing. I'm making my opponent maybe not want to make some of their better plays. Like, this is fine. I'm sure that this is some kind of a Planeswalker deck eventually. I'm not... But it's different. Okay. So, we can Sweltering Suns here if we wanted to. I think what I'll just do is sit. I feel like my opponent's going to play a Vivian Reed, which I can contempt, then untap, play Scarab God. I shouldn't be in a hurry to sweep these up. It's not like I get value. They got a land off of each of these. I'm not really getting anything other than bodies in the yard for the Scarab God, which I can do later. Okay. I don't have a counter spell for this. Let's see where these counters are going. And let's see if they're playing around Sweltering Suns. Alright. Well, I can Contempt here, then Scarab God, and save some life total. And I'd much rather get back a Verdurous Gearhulk, and since it's an artifact, a Braid also kills it. So Verdurous Gearhulk is more vulnerable than the Seeker Squire at this point to the cards in my deck. And Scarab God! Roar! So what have you got? Could be a Vraska's Contempt of their own. That would be pretty worst-case scenario. Eh. We're going to take some damage. It's not going to feel nice. Could I miss this trigger? Nope. Alright, the Sweltering Suns are coming. It would be really nice to draw a Magma Sprayer and a Braid to go with it. And they bin it, even in the face of a Scarab God. But I guess their plan is to end the game. Roar. I could discard the Scarab God to the chart, of course, get it back with the with Liliana. That's saucy. Regardless, I don't have to make that decision until after I chart this course. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Everything else Looks necessary. So we swept up all your low value friends. The Gear Hulk remains. We are at 7. Is this a snake deck? The Juvenators don't seem like it. Oh, hi. What is going on? Sure. Play around Blossoming Defense. I mean, I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. There's a very bold play to be like Liliana, get back Scare of God. Hope I don't die, but I die to any removal spell. I'm playing around Blossoming Defense and just the general uncertainty of what the hell is going on. Have a handful of Fatal Push, please. That's bad. That's bad. Just torment in every deck, everyone. That's obviously the key to the format. Oh my goodness, what did I just lose to? Funky pile, funky pile. Oh, Grixis, why you do me this way? Man, if we had had another land there, too, we could have either exiled the Gear Hulk or gotten in the hand to take the Torment away. Unless, of course, they ripped it. Which wouldn't surprise me. Yep, get your Torment of Hailfire while you can. Almost gone. Along with so many other cards. Oh boy. We'll see if an Earthshaker Kenra or something shows up, but most likely you're just getting sprayed, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. Not your friend, buddy. Heart. Yep, sprayed. Heart's scary, though. Where's those braids? Here, a braid, a braid, a braid. Not great. We could discard the Scarab God and then get it with Liliana for a nice big turn, but then Liliana dies a bit too easy for my taste. And since we have Land City going off in our hand right now, I may need to cycle this Canyon Slough to get even deeper, since I don't seem to have a relative play until turn 5. Ew. So gross. Alright, at least the heart's not crewing. Draw. Dub Scarab God don't need. Basic Island, what do? You play this untapped. So I need that actually more than I need another Sulphur Falls. Weird, huh? And maybe I can cycle this into a playable next turn. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
What? My hair is on fire? I know.
That's gonna add up to a lot.
This'll be easy.
We're gonna use that heart or what? There you go. I think I'm gonna hang on to this. If I draw Sweltering Suns and I attack this into the Chandra, Maybe I can really get him. Just gotta be open to all the draws I can. Another 5-drop. How nice. Oh, it burns. It burns, it burns. All right. I guess I'm doing nothing. I don't think we've got a shot. I think this draw was a cold day in hell. All 3 Scarab Gods and a Liliana. So that's 4 of the 5 drops in the deck in spots where things of any other casting cost might have really done it. I'm out. I want no more of this. I hate getting unlucky against black-red. I really hate it. I despise it the most because it's what I think about the most when I'm building my decks. And I just want a decent matchup. So then when you have a draw that's a little land light, a little land heavy, or just ugly, just awkward, I think you could describe that as, just ripping 5 drops that way. Just feels so bad. But we are not out of it yet. Let's go try to get the next one. It's particularly frustrating because we had Chart, of course, and Champion with trying to smooth it out and still couldn't find a playable that costs less than 5 mana. Ugh. Gross. Let it go, let it go. The Cabal Therapist, the Rapist. I will take the Kubal, the Rapist, for 300, Alex. It's better if you don't explain the references. Those of the people out there wondering, just deal with it. His hand is also pretty slow. Could just be a quick end to the day. All right, Scattered Grows. Hey, we drew something that makes all those lands come into untapped. Life is better. That's why we run all these. That and they cycle. It's a free roll. Are we up against Fog, though? Oh, gross. So what do we do? Just never let them Teferi, I guess, is the plan. Just stop the Teferi, get wrecked by Nexus. Wonder how long we hang on to this Doomfall for. Don't see a lot of uses for the mountains right this minute. Gift of Paradise. It's like a guarantee, isn't it? Doesn't it just happen this way? If it is Gift of Paradise, we have to get in that hand next turn. If there's a Teferi, we must take it away. Yep, there it is. Turbo Fog, people. Hey, Double Doomfalls, welcome. You're welcome here. Oh. Well, I could take a search, but then they play the other search. So, settle? Haze? We can always take the settle later. They're going to play a search. We're going to play Bolas. They're going to discard the other search. We could always hope that they just don't play the search. But that's so stupid. Okay. Haze. We'll go with Haze. Please never draw another land. Ever in your life. Oh, Turbofog. How we love to hate you. So this is the turn where you play Search for his content and say go. Yay! This is the turn where I play Bolas and say go. Start the clock. It's also a way to win the... Well, exiling everything but the bottom card of their library could actually take out their Nexuses. This could be funny. But we gotta get to 7 mana first, then we gotta flip it, then we gotta plus it multiple times. We got... They do discard the Settle. How about that? That kind of gives me free reign to attack. It's a little funky. They kept the card on top. Must be a land, right? Let's find out. Tonight on What the Hell Is My Opponent Doing? Chart, of course. Well, there's no mana over there for a Settle, so let's get them. They are a thoughtful one, aren't they? They are a thoughtful one. We're going to be here a minute, everybody. Get comfy. Get comfy. Our opponent just can't decide when to root snare. So we could Doomfall. Our opponent did keep on top, but it appeared to be that chart, of course. We could also champ. I think I wait another turn on this Doomfall. We want to keep the lands coming. Flipping this Bolas. Maybe that's the best way to keep the pressure on. Make our opponent hit all their land drops and do what they do. Alright, you can go. You can go. Scarab God also can drain around Fog if we do enough damage, but it's not very likely since our opponent's not interested in sending any of our stuff to the graveyard. So it's kind of hard to get the zombies. Oh, we're just holding a Supreme Will. Yay. Now Search gets to do the flips. But does Teferi come out? Is it already that time? We'll be here when the decisions are finally made. Hey!
Truck, hurry!
What do you think? Are we gonna walk into a Settle? Is it worth the risk? How many cards have they seen? We can assume the Supreme Will got the Teferi. They did bin off the Search. How many Settles do we run? I'm gonna take a risk. It might just cost me the game, but hey, this is what we came for. I want the opponent to spend the Fog while we're at this stage. And if they have the Settle, ouchie wawa. But I'd rather they were spending Fog. Come on. Alright. Good for you. I'm very proud of you. Alright, but now we do get rid of Teferi for sure. May I play a mana for the next Bolas? We run 4 of them. We'll find it. Have to have faith. Gotta believe. Prepare for the hour-long match. I promised I was going to make this bonus video. If we lose this one, we are out, which would be a tragic 0-3. Oh my god. So, the opponent's last, like, 4 draws have been to... Well, they probably found that first one with the Supreme Will. Let's just say they're doing good. Let's just say they are doing very well. Let's say they've got it going on. Yeah, I don't believe I've got any critters to get back, and our opponent's not going to supply any. Let's see what we draw with this Fetid Pool, shall we? Would be nice to draw Vraska's Contempt. Denied. Alright. Let's start using Liliana.
Ugh, the living are just so needy. Servitude? Think of it as partnership.
Alright, more land. Can't be mad about that. But this game is basically over. In fact, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna sit through it. I'm sorry. I know that's very anticlimactic for the video, and you paid to play. You probably deserve better, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna do it. That draw's too hot. That draw was too hot for me. Opponent too good for me. So that's where we're gonna have to leave Grixis mid-range, which is too bad. We were 2-0 coming in the video, but we got Journey to Eternity. And I know that that is gonna make Eugenides smile. Well, thanks for watching the video. Actually, let's see. Let's try to rub it off and do one quick play. Let's see if we can rub it off a little bit. The Turbo Fog disdain. It just feels, it hurts too much. It hurts too much. I don't want to go out like that. Some longer term thoughts about Grixis midrange. The strength of anything that can be described in the way of midrange is the sideboard. It is a bit of a handicap for me to play it in best of one, even though that's my default. Mostly because I would never want to... Like, the main reason I don't best of 3 right now is I would never want to pair into a blue-white control or a mono-red aggro, or I wouldn't want to pair against a Turbo Fog player and be stuck with them for 3 games. I just don't want to play any of those decks 3 times in a row. But the strength is the sideboard, and if you have a competitive fire and you want to take on that kind of thing, then you should be playing best 2 out of 3. And maybe I should make a Grixis video best 2 out of 3. Maybe I'll make it just for the patrons and the subscribers. We'll see about that. Our opponent wants to go Champ Witzo. I'll just draw this card, pass this priority a little quicker. We got an opponent who seems to understand the value of playing their cards at a reasonable pace now. And it looks like some kind of an Embalm deck, which is funky. I'm going to take this opportunity to play my Champion of Wits and try to draw a red source. I'm going to take this opportunity to fail to draw a red source. These can go to the yard, but I'm going to hang on to this spray and everything else. Embalm does have to deal with Scarab God. That might be scary, but we're looking at like Ixalan's Binding, shenanigans like that. And there's a red source, it's just a slow one. They already have a Champ of Wits. Let's make the opponent deal with this right here, right now. Otherwise, I'd rather exile this. Let's see what happens. Ixalan's Binding or bust. They're slow rolling. They gotta fetch with that Evolving Wilds first. Green! Alright, it's gonna get funky up in here. I'm definitely taking that, definitely taking this Champ of Wits, and I'm not hesitating. Anybody else just have that brief moment where you were scared I picked the wrong champion? I just had it. What does a braid even do? We haven't seen what a braid does, but I think I can safely drop one of them. Hey, there's a red source on top. Yeah, I'll play it. Have it open. As far as attacks go, the opponent still can't bring back the champ. Let's go. Not you. It's just a suicide run. And we'll end that turn. Four-color Anointed Embalm. Show me a red card. Make it 5. Oh, that's not going to work the way you want it to. Now, unless you sacrifice that right now. Oh, it hurts so bad. See, it has a casting cost. It has a casting cost. Is that the second time today? I wish I'd been keeping count ever since Amonkhet released of how many times that has happened. There should be a count for that somewhere, similar to a punt count on the stream channel. No red mana, so it's not quite 5-color Embalm. Put another stop over there. Let's draw another card because we can. Get me another champ. Let's drain him. Watching for Settle the Wreckage. These are sort of free cycles from here. I don't think I'm going to be using that ability anytime soon. The Sweltering Suns, though, might be very handy. Another Scarab God, probably not. We could blow this up. If our opponent draws a land, though, they get double Champ of Wits. That's bad. Let's go. All right, no settle. I was willing to be bold. I felt far enough ahead to do some saucy things. Now what? We're going to have to discard. I'll shoot down this champion. Negate, sure. Chart of course, because why not? I'll have to discard, but don't think it matters too much at this stage. You can go. All the Evolving Wilds. Vraska with Anointed Procession. Life is complete.
You need to be taken down a peg.
My crew is the finest in the seas.
All right. So, yeah, we'll take this. We'll unceremoniously dismiss Vraska with her own contempt. Brutal. And then Sweltering Sun should clear the road and end the game. Yippee! Well, our opponent pulled out a neat brew, got hammered by Grixis. I feel for him. I feel for him. Been there myself, but I just couldn't let leave the team on a losing note. So that's a Grixis. Good for a few, bad for a few. Not too much changes, but I'll export it and I'll put that in Discord for all of you. Thanks very much, of course, for watching and for supporting the channel. I hope you enjoyed at least some parts of the bonus video, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.